Now I have a question for the pro-Israel movement. What does defeating Hamas actually mean? In the last week, the US and Israel suspended negotiations with Hamas. Meanwhile, 1 in 3 people in Gaza are going days without food. Some in the pro-Israel camp say that's because Hamas steals food. And they may be right, but both the UN and US say Gaza needs at least 500 to 600 trucks of aid per day. And Israeli data shows that only 150 to 200 trucks enter per day. So not enough food is getting to Gaza in the first place. Now, people might disagree on the numbers, but we can all agree many have died in Gaza, and many are starving. Maybe in the cold calculus of war, you believe this is necessary to return the hostages and defeat Hamas. And yes, some force is necessary, but what does victory actually mean? Is it victory if those children become the next extremists? Repeat October 7th and continue the cycle. Here's the problem with trying to defeat Hamas. Hamas is not just a group. It's an idea. Support for that idea has declined from 42% in December of 2023 to 37% in May. But that idea thrives in misery. 51% of Gazans blame Israel and the US for their suffering. Only 12% blame Hamas. So if you defeat Hamas, but over 1 million people blame you for their suffering, have you defeated Hamas? Or just its current form? It makes sense why Israel must dismantle the Hamas that exists now. And to be clear, a Palestine run by Hamas is not a free Palestine. Hamas brutalizes its own people. And that's why 48% of Palestinians supported recent anti-Hamas protests. But if Israel continues to bomb starving Gazans with no clear plan for what happens next, resentment will replace one Hamas with another. To be fair, Israel has tried to minimize civilian casualties and allow more aid. And considering Hamas's tactics, many Israelis feel that critiques of them are unfair. After all, Israel withdrew from Gaza in 2005, and still October 7th happened. Their frustration is understandable, and there's a lesson to be learned. It's not enough to just withdraw the stick. You also have to offer the carrot. There needs to be a vision so prosperous that the Palestinian people choose to reject extremism themselves. And that's not impossible. After World War II, the US helped rebuild Germany and Japan, countries we had just bombed. And those people chose peace because they were offered a better path. The education systems were reformed, their economies rebuilt, and their cultures transformed. We denazified Germany and de-radicalized Japan by giving them power, not just force. History gives us hope. That can happen in Palestine too. But it requires more than just Israel. It also requires Arab nations, some of whom endorse a $53 billion plan to rebuild Gaza. But it won't happen if the Israeli government's only goal is to defeat Hamas. Because if all you see is an enemy, you'll never make a friend. So I ask again, what does it mean to defeat Hamas? And does that involve a vision of creation or just devastation?